1, 2, 3, vai!
Ho dedicato la mia vita, i momenti più felici, ad inseguire un sogno, il mio sogno. Quante volte mi hai deluso, non importa, io ci credo e vivo il mio sogno. Pari grande amore, pari unica e sola, pari nel nostro cuore, non ti lasceremo da sola, facci sognare ancora, facci gridare ancora, vari nel nostro cuore, non ti lasceremo da sola mai. Quanti viaggi con gli amici, tanti posti sconosciuti, tutti uniti e innamorati di un sogno. Canto sempre con orgoglio, anche quando sono stanco, mai nessuno può distruggere il mio sogno. Pari grande amore, pari unica e sola, pari nel nostro cuore, non ti lasceremo da sola, facci sognare ancora, facci gridare ancora, pari nel nostro cuore, non ti lasceremo da sola mai. Pari nel nostro cuore, non ti lasceremo da sola mai. Pari nel nostro cuore, non ti lasceremo da sola mai.
Vai!
All right, boy, I tell you, that was a long introduction, but you know what? That's the updated version of the body song. Welcome, everyone, to the Staten Island Soccer Report. Alongside me, Brian Dorr, and we have Neil also once again back with us. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you, John.
And I got to say, we got a lot to cover. I know you came prepared, so did Neil. We got some stuff with the professional level. I think we could just go right into the, we'll start with the travel.
Okay.
All right, what's going on with travel? There's nothing really going on with rec. We closed them out last month's show. Yeah, we'll start with the travel, see what you got there, and then we'll go into the professional.
Yeah, no problem. We'll
side of
start
things.
out, travel. Everybody's season ended within the past 2-3 weeks. I know that there was a couple of games for the boys, younger boys teams played on Saturday. I believe it was either Saturday or Sunday this past week. But we'll start off with Silver Lake, since that's where, we're rooted. And with the girls, we have 5 teams. The U8 Freeze, which was their first year. And they finished second place in the E Division for Northern Counties.
Okay.
E Division, I think it went through F, not knowing where they play. The young kids, the U8, first year playing travel. They went in there. They finished second place. If I'm not mistaken, their last game of the season was for first place.
Okay.
And, they finished second place.
For a new team, let me just add to that, you know, second place, no matter what division is, you're a new team.
Oh, yeah, you're a new team.
You played well.
You're learning how to play other than kick and chase.
Right.
You're learning how to pass. You're learning how to move. Next, we had the U9 Freedom, which I'm the assistant coach of. First year in the A division, first season. Unfortunately, we finished 7th.
Okay.
But we lost by a goal here, a goal there. Never got blown out. Closed games. A lot, no excuses, but a lot of the girls that we play are in Jersey. There, it's 06, 07 the way it works out. So we're playing 06 girls. They're filling their team with the high end of the roster. But we held our own. You know, we played with some of the older teams. U11 Fusion, 4th place in Northern County's B division. U12 Fire, which both John and my daughter play on, finished 2nd place in their first year in Division II of Premier League. Could have very easily, again.
Should have had that division. I gotta add to that.
We lost in the last game.
We gave it away.
And lost in the last game by 2-0. But it was coming down. We wound up losing.
Came down to the wire.
We came down to the wire. We wound up losing. We need to walk away with a tie.
Yeah.
You know, we won the games we were supposed to win. The girls played hard, especially for their first year. First season in Premier, they played hard. They played strong. Couple little things that, you know, we missed out on, making mistakes that, you know, nobody used to capitalize on. Now these teams are capitalizing on.
Good first season to build on.
Build on,
Build
yes.
and move forward from there.
Based on what I've been reading, we finished in the top 2. We will be promoted for the spring to Division I. So, you know, could take that either
Tougher
way.
division.
I look at it as good because we were there. We never got blown out. We never got blown out. We either lost late in the game or we were fighting from behind and it was just hard. But we got there. U14 Storm, I don't know much about them, but they're our oldest girls team. That has started play and finished. We have a high school team, but they haven't started yet. They finished in 6th place in the A division of Northern Counties. Now, right off the girls, I'll go right into the boys of Silver Lake. I went on, they all play CJSL. For whatever reason, I don't know if it was my browser, whatever, but U8 through U11 showed no standings.
Wow.
They showed games and scored, but I wasn't going through to try and piece it out. They didn't show anything, which is what we're headed for next year anyway, with the new rules. They're not going to keep scoring standings at a lower age. That's what they're they're saying. But U13 Wizards finished 4th place in CJSLB, and our U13 Eagles finished in 6th place in the D division of Northern Counties. I also jumped on to United's site. Again, I tried to find out where all they were playing. If there's any differences, they're more than welcome to call in and help us out.
Definitely.
Shoot us a message on Facebook or whatever it is. But again, they're U8s through U9 girls, U10 girls playing EDP Futures, which is the Eastern Development Program. So there's no real rankings on that. It's more of a festival style, but their U11 team, the Delfinas, finished 1st place in their EDP First Division. U12 Galaxy, 9th place in the EDP Second Division. U13 Blaze, 6th place in the EDP Second Division. U14 Hotshots, 3rd place in the EDP Second Division. Jump quick to the boys. I don't know much about the United teams, but again, EDP, they have some EDP boys teams, futures, and they also have some teams that play in New York City FC's development program, so I don't really know where to find that info out. But they're U12 Dynamo Juniors, 5th place in EDP First Division. U13 Red Bulls, 4th place MAPS Elite, and U14 Hibs, 5th place EDP Second Division. So it runs the gamut. That's just our travel that I was able to pull off a website.
And that's just strictly on the island.
That's just the island.
just
And I
going
know
on
I
the
might have
island.
left off, I know we have another strictly boys program, Karabi.
Right.
I don't know where they play or anything, so I didn't want to leave them out, but I'll mention them. We try to keep everybody in the loop.
Hopefully, going down the road here, we'll get some of these leagues on.
Yeah.
Somebody from them. Guy, if you can post the the show's phone number, and, if we have any call-ins, anybody watching that wants to call in with any questions, we can answer. All right, Neil,
No, I'm,
you're pretty much
yeah,
wrapped
that's
up.
that's the travel.
Okay. And I think that's about it as far as what's going on the island, right? I mean, right now, we're practicing twice a week, right? We're getting ready for an indoor tournament.
Indoor tournaments.
Right, and that's gonna be in Jersey?
In
No.
Jersey, we play at some of the games play Soccer Coliseum. Every team gets to go to. There's so many different places in Jersey. But one of the things I don't want to forget to mention, I know of at least 2 teams that are advancing from Silver Lake
Okay,
that made it to the elimination round of the New York Club Soccer League Cup. It's U9 Freedom from the girls
nice.
and our buddy Selman and his U9 Tigers.
Okay.
I might be missing somebody. I'm not 100% sure. And as far as United goes, I don't know that.
Right.
I'm not there.
Right.
But if there's, again, anybody want to let us know, just find us on Facebook.
Okay. All right, Neil, well, I guess we're gonna just dive right in, because there's plenty of professional soccer going around. all
Yeah.
over the world, right? And there's a lot of problems too, right? Some coaches in the Premier League,
Some,
in
yeah.
England. What's going
Marino-
on?
Marino
Let's
got
start off
fired.
with the coaches there. Who's on a hot seat? Who's,
Well,
who's
Marino
going
Marino
around?
is gone. know.
What happened with him?
Well, Chelsea been excuse me. Chelsea been off to a bad start this season after winning last season.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the coach, was the players, but unbelievable start. All the bookies had them winning the Premier League.
Right.
Now they sitting in 16th place, 7 points.
Let me ask you something now. Is it common for a coach to be fired during the soccer season?
Well, it all depends on results. That's what everybody's
Does
looking
it
for.
happen often?
If you don't get results, I think
Yeah.
you go. I was surprised Jose Marino got sacked
Right,
because, I mean, he's like a god in
He's
Chelsea.
one of the top
After coming back,
managers, yeah.
after coming
Yeah,
back, they
but
say,
there was a little bit more, I think, involved in there. Because if you
Have
remember
to.
over the summer, from the end of last campaign, the summer in the beginning, he was having issues with the medical staff.
well, that's where it started.
It all
That-
started
that's
there.
Where, that's where everything
he
started.
started ruining
Yep.
different
Yep.
cult. He was different culture he was bringing.
Yep.
And then on top of that, they have a
Then
bad season.
Bad season, yep. But
Yeah, and the coach is always, or the manager's always the first one to fall, you
Mm-hmm.
know that,
Right.
right? But you guys could cover more on that, because you guys are into that league more than I am, so. All right, who else is on the move or on the hot seat?
Well, we
Anybody
got to
else?
keep our eye on Man United and Louis van Gaal.
Okay.
Because Man United ain't getting any results either.
Okay.
And Van Gaal, after spending 300 million,
Needs to
we
show
don't see the
something.
results.
You have the standings there, right, for the English League, Premier League, right?
Well, Leicester, who will ever thought at Christmas Leicester is going to be on top?
Right.
Right,
You know,
but who is Leicester, I mean?
Leicester City, who is Leicester? That's the question.
right.
yeah?
And no disrespect, but I've never heard of them.
They have a great coach in Ranieri, Claudio Ranieri.
Yes, very good.
And they got some good players. They got the goal scoring machine.
Oh, he's unbelievable. I can't remember. his
Vardy,
name.
Jamie
I
Vardy.
think this guy scored in, I think, 8 straight or not.
And then,
it's amazing.
yeah, 12 games, 12 straight.
Now it's 12 games.
And then we got Mahrez. That's going to be Ranieri's biggest obstacle, to keep the team together in the January transfer window. Because we're looking at the big teams, Chelsea, Man United, who is suffering in front goals and have no goal scorers. And we got Leicester, little Leicester,
Never,
scoring all the goals. So to
They-
keep that team
How
on-
many points up are they?
Are they?
It's close.
Well, today Arsenal won, so they're 2 points behind. They're 2 points in front of Arsenal right now.
Okay.
But you see, in all those small name players with a chance to get into the big teams, Man U, all those money
Right.
and everything. Let's see if they stay with Leicester for the season or they leave in the January
Because
transfer
remember, we
window.
got the January transfer
Yeah.
window coming up.
Yeah.
The top goal scorer.
Yeah.
They might be looking to make some money. The club can make some
But
money.
Man U got money to spend.
Right, and the
Chelsea
club
got money to spend.
and
You know.
Leicester.
And that's the unfortunate thing. I don't like that when you have to sell players, just because they're doing well.
I think they should. Personally,
This
Leicester, the
team
players
right
should
here,
stay.
I mean, this is the first team that Body always does it. Like, if they advance next season to A, guaranteed to lose a couple players because they play
Small
well.
league
Right.
players, yeah. yeah.
And it's
Well,
all
these
about
guys are
doing-
looking for their payday. They've been,
Yeah.
it's our version. Leicester is
But
our
what
version
happens
of the
to-
minor leagues.
But
You
what
know,
happens
now they
to
made
Leicester
it.
then? What happens to Leicester
They start over
and then
again.
they
They'll
go
get
right back
demoted,
Start over
and then they'll
again.
start over again. But the money now, and it depends on what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Is the owner looking to build a club that's going to be in the Premier Division all the time, or is the owner looking to make some
Make some
money,
money.
and make
Yeah,
some back on his investment?
Make a
But
quick-
it's the players too, because you tell a player you get in this big contract, he's gonna leave.
Right.
And if he's not comfortable
Right.
playing,
Well,
they're
if you
gonna
wave the
let him
money in
go.
their face, yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna leave.
Look, they're doing it. Look at the coaches. They're still Guardiola.
Yeah.
I mean, from the Bundesliga, but he's leaving.
He said that's his
announced
last
he's
year.
leaving.
Yeah.
And they already announced Ancelotti to
Yeah.
take over for him.
Yeah. But that's the right way to do it.
Right.
That's the
They
right
already
way to
know
do
it's
it.
coming in. He said it. He's coming in, and now you got to look. Guardiola wants to make it. He wants to coach in the Premier League.
Yeah, I think
he
he's
wants
good.
to, and odds are
I
he's
think
either going to end up at
City.
Chelsea,
All right.
or Man City.
City, yeah, I think City.
Yeah, we just gotta change the date on that thing, but it's on the, live call, and we gotta change the date on that. Is it the right way to go about firing a coach midway through? Can a coach step in and turn the team around?
I think, well, there's
like
no
a
other way to do
Chelsea?
it.
There's no. They're not going to bring in a new. Chelsea's not going to bring in a brand new guy right now. They're going to go with whoever's there that's been working with Marino and his philosophy and his formations and his just to get through. Because if you try to come in now and
it's not gonna
implement a
work.
new
But they
formation,
brought in Huddink as a temporary basis, but he's proven, Gus Huddink, he was there before also. So.
and he's
So-
coming in to direct. He's coming in. He's not doing anything new right now.
Chelsea's got the players, they're just not performing.
Yeah.
Right, basically?
Same players they
And they
win
got
last
big
year.
contracts, right? We spoke about
Yeah.
that before the show. They got
Yeah.
big paydays, right? the
We don't
players.
understand how you got the same players.
Same players.
All right, okay. All right, so what else on the English league? Anything else going on with that league?
Well, looking forward to Pep coming to England. And what's going on with Man United? Man United need to make it into the Champions League. That's where the money is for
Right now, we
Manchester.
had their
That
standings.
brand.
Do you have the standings there? Did I
Yeah,
give
the-
you the standings for that? No. Check
Uh,
them in there. Yeah, there you go.
They're sixth.
Yep.
They're
Let's take a look
they're
at the-
fifth.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
they're fifth.
still within
29
reach,
points.
right? What is it for the Champions League? Is it the first
It's the
four?
first four.
It's the first
It's the
All right,
first
so they're
four.
hanging out. How many points are they?
They're
Where are they?
29 points, and Tottenham is also on 29 in
Okay,
fourth
so
place.
and who's ahead of them? What's the points ahead?
Leicester on 38, Arsenal on 33, and Man City on 32. Tottenham on 29.
You know what? There's a long way to go.
A long way
you
to
wait-
go, but
Europa League isn't going to cut it for them.
no, Tuesday
No.
night football is not.
No, I
Man U
think.
brand.
All right.
Yeah.
But they're not showing any signs of improvement, really.
When is their season ends a little earlier, right?
I think they got 21 more games. Every team got 21 more games.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget the Euro is on next summer. They play
Yeah.
early June,
Yeah.
so these leagues have to wrap up. I
Yeah,
would
they're
have to
wrap-
imagine early May to give them some
Yeah,
time.
it's usually around there because they usually,
Right,
they
we got
wrapped
the
up and then they
European-
had enough because remember, right?
I'm looking forward to the European championships next summer. It's equivalent to the World Cup.
Yeah, that's going to be
Right?
big.
It's really
That's
going
gonna
to
be
be a
big.
good tournament. The Italians are in a tough group.
Yeah.
Brian doesn't think so, but Belgium is probably favorite. They're
Belgium is a
favorite to
dark
win.
horse.
They're favorite to win that group already, and FIFA's got them at number 1. So,
So the Italians are.
it's not
They
going to
got-
be an
they-
easy.
it's
never
gonna be
ea-
an easy
It's
route
It's
for
never
them.
easy for the Italians, especially now. All right, with a bunch of they got the young players going on. We don't know what they're going to give us. So let's just wrap up with the English League. Anything else that we want to add?
More than this league is. This is the first year it's so unpredictable.
Okay.
We got Crystal Palace
isn't
at
it more
29.
exciting when it's unpredictable? Instead of having Man United win it every
Oh, it's great
year,
for the league.
Yeah,
it's great for the league.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right,
Definitely.
let's
Really great for
let's
the
move
league.
on to something that happened more recent here. I think you might have something to say with actually. Did you know her first name was Mary?
Yes.
You did. You did know. that.
Yes.
That's good. Well, Amy Wambach retired. Abby.
Abby.
All right, and what does that do to the women's national team?
If the last game she played was any, I know it didn't mean anything,
Yeah.
and I know they were struggling to get her the ball, and I hope that's what it was.
Yeah,
because
I think that's what it
it-
was. Yeah.
I'm curious, as much as Carly Lloyd is a nose to the ground player, just like Abby Wambach, I don't know if the leadership skill is there. You don't know it
We don't
until
know it yet, right.
you're put in that position. You always had Abby there to follow, and If it's based on work ethic, I know she has it. Based on seeing the way
Well-
she is in talk. So I don't know what else.
Looking at the last World Cup, I think Carly has it. She carried the U.S.
Yes.
She carried
As
them.
a
She
play-
scored in
and
the last
She
3
stepped up.
Yep.
games.
She
You know,
stepped up.
she did
As
everything.
she played that, but
She
now
did
it's not
everything.
just scoring that has to do it.
Yeah.
You got to be able to lead
You gotta
and know
lead,
when
right.
to motivate
But
somebody.
don't you think in that World Cup, Carly did lead? I mean, didn't she lead?
I mean, by example and
Wambach
playing
was,
hard.
was invisible. I mean, she really
Wambach
didn't
came
do
off the
anything.
bench most of the games.
But that was also a leader, sign of a leader too.
On the bench?
Because she didn't. She could have very easily
Made noise.
made a lot of
Right,
noise
right, I got
and
you.
made that a
You know what?
tough.
I like to see when top players go out on top. She was still pretty much
was
at
there.
the peak, not at the highest peak, but she wasn't.
No,
She went out at the right time.
you know, she definitely did.
She wasn't a burden to the team. She still was up there, and she said, "All right,
Well, I
I'll call
don't-
it quits."
well,
She went out on top.
I don't
Yes,
think
she
she was
did.
going to make the team anyway for the Olympics.
For the-
She wasn't going to make it. That's why they had this. Big
Well, she lost a step, but she still
Well,
went
I
out
don't
on
think
top.
she wouldn't have made the team. If you know, yeah, she lost a step. She was out of shape,
Right.
but she also knew she wasn't. She was retiring, so she wasn't training as hard as the rest of the players were, and she was. You know, and for somebody who was out of shape, even though it was a friendly, the announcers were calling for her to maybe be able to play 50 minutes. You know,
As you say, a sign of leadership, because the coach pulled her aside and told her, "Listen, your role is going to be diminished a little bit. You know, you lose a step," and she was okay with that. And
Right.
as a true champion, she for the team, she put herself second
yeah.
and the team first.
Well, let's just look at her resume here a little bit. 184 goals total, right?
yeah.
255 games, I believe that's total.
I think
with,
that's
with
the
the
goals
club.
is most between man
Men
or
and
woman,
women.
right?
That's the
Yeah.
most international goals,
That's
man
impressive.
or
Right,
woman.
right.
That's impressive.
A couple of gold medals with the Olympics, right? 2004, 2012. World Cups, came in second twice, came in third twice, second once, and finally, I mean, she's got a lot of hardware.
She put an impressive career together.
I'm going to put this out there. What about her coaching this national team one day? I mean, she seems like she's...
Could be.
right?
Could be.
I wouldn't have any
A couple of
problems at
years
all.
down the line, maybe getting into the youth.
Right after Jill.
You don't know. They might have her work her way up through the youth, like Tab Ramos does with the men's. You got to work your way up. You can't
Yeah,
just.
well, with the women, on the women's side, I don't think there's much of a...
Well,
you know, you
but
just
still,
wanna
here's
put-
your op you never really had. The other one's involved, but again, just because you're a great player and maybe a great leader doesn't necessarily mean you can coach and
Agreed.
teach.
Right.
Yep.
No,
So
I
you
agree
got to
with
give
that.
them the opportunity to do that.
What
Playing
about
is a
being
lot different
respected?
from
She's
coaching.
respected by all the players.
Mm-hmm.
How about putting her on the team now as an assistant somehow?
I don't
Too
know.
soon?
I don't know. I don't think she wants it right now.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, if you heard her talk, she doesn't want to. She wants to go in my life outside of soccer right now.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'll give it, an interesting fact though, with everything going on about heading and with
Right, yeah.
77 of her 184 goals was scored with her head.
Right? And,
Right.
And U.S. Soccer just put out a new rule that they don't want, is it up to 11-year-olds?
I think it's U10 definitely.
You-
U11 and U12, they can use nothing during
No headers.
practice.
Right.
No headers during practice at all. And if they use their head in a game once or
Yeah.
but they don't want you promoting the teaching of heading.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about it. I think that's overreacting a little
It's
bit.
tough. It's hard.
And the
It's
reason for
hard.
that is, and the reason for that is concussions,
Yeah.
right?
Concussions.
Concussion is the only reason why they're bringing that up now, so.
Right.
I think you get a concussion more from a clash of heads than heading the ball, actually, heading the
Well,
ball.
if a ball's coming at you, I mean,
It can-
across, it could be powerful also, just as,
And I don't know where I stand on it.
It's
It's
kinda-
hard because you do have to look for the safety of the children. But
Yeah,
then
that
that
comes
is an
first.
integral part of the game.
But if you technical and you head the ball correctly, technically,
Well, we're talking about
it's less.
professionals with
that.
It's
Right.
less. No, I'm talking about the youth level.
Youth
now.
can do
If
it
you,
too.
But if you teach them the correct way to head a ball,
Right.
it's less likely to get it than if they just put their head on and it hits any part of their
Right.
head.
Well,
you
let's
know?
just go like this. I'm gonna go out and say, I don't have a problem with it, okay, not teaching them the header at 9 years old and 10. I don't have a problem with that.
No, that young age is, I mean, it makes sense.
Because they could pick that up quicker as they get
Yes,
older.
but it's I mean, as you get older, it's an integral part of the game. You see it. You don't just
course.
it's not just used to score a goal.
Of course, defending.
It's used to clear the ball out of the box. It's used, you know, on defense. You know, you have your defensive headers, you have
Yep.
your attacking headers. You know, a little flick as a pass.
It's ways to introduce it. You go a couple of meters apart and you just throw the ball and they head it and,
Right.
and they learn technical. You don't kick it hard and you say we head it.
Right.
You know.
And there's ways to
You just
do it. You get a
introduce it slowly.
softer ball,
Yeah,
a nerve
yeah.
ball, or
Yep,
something to
yep.
start it with.
Just for
I knew somebody
technique.
did it with. I knew somebody I spoke with once did it with a beach ball.
Right.
Just
yeah,
so that
yeah.
they can, you're not, just so that they get the ball is just too big because you're really not getting. But that's a way to do it.
The Nerf balls, I think, are the problem. That's the best one.
But that's I just wanted to bring up because 77
Yep.
of her goals were scored that way.
Right, yeah, they showed that stat, right, the last game,
Yeah.
right? So they're done with their victory tour games, right? Which I thought was a little too much.
Yeah, thank God I don't got to watch another game of them beating
You
up
know,
on
and it's
Trinidad and
hard.
Tobago.
They drew, they drew.
They drew, but the
They
only
drew.
teams that gave them a hard time were China and Brazil.
Yeah. Was it Trinidad, the team that wasn't getting paid? Or was that, remember we came across?
When did they play? I think it was Trinidad.
What happened to that?
That they weren't, the national team women's side, they weren't getting.
They weren't getting paid.
Oh,
They
yeah, yeah.
were going to boycott that
Yeah.
game.
They're not getting. They weren't paying them. They weren't doing anything.
And that's from the federation. It's got nothing to do with the
You
players.
know, and that's one of the things they said. You know, FIFA's giving out this money. They're getting money to the federation. What are you doing
Well,
with it?
when Trinidad qualified for Germany, some of the players still haven't
Yeah,
gotten paid.
That's the part that's bad.
That's the hard part. Nobody's monitoring the
And we got
national
Jack Warner, who
federation.
was FIFA vice president.
Right.
He's
Oh,
a
we-
Trinidadian.
That's
we
another
know.
thing we can go about with FIFA
We
going
could,
on.
we could spend about a minute on this guy here. What's going on with the president or the former president, right?
Well, from what I just read today,
Yeah.
they banned him and somebody else
And
for
Michel Platini.
for 8 years.
Good.
8 years.
Yeah.
Where you come up with a number? I mean, just ban him.
Yeah.
Ban him
Shouldn't
for-
be back. You know,
life.
shouldn't be back
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
But more importantly, I hope that criminal action is taken.
Right.
Because if he's going to be, you know, banned for 8 years, and he's got the money, he's still able to go on and live.
Yep.
I can see
You
how
know.
he was ruling FIFA for that amount of years.
Long time. Yeah.
And you're getting by in the votes.
Yeah.
And to have, of all people, you know,
All those votes, we know how
Vladimir
that works.
Putin
Yeah.
comes out who just, you know, they have the World Cups. Oh, he's the great. Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
greatest
right.
because you paid him and he gave you the World Cup. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need that World Cup back here in the States.
We
you
need
know?
to get one.
We need to get it back here. It's been
It's-
since '98? Was it
98?
98?
98.
Yeah,
I mean, having the women's up in Canada last year was big because at least you were able to go. There was a lot. I know that.
Yeah.
I believe it's the team I talked about earlier, the U11 team, the Delfinas for United. I saw some things. They raised money.
Right.
They went up there.
Nice.
They went to the game. They played. I think they played a couple of friendlies up there
Right.
because it's close enough. And if
Great
you plan
experience.
for it, you get up there.
Great
You got to
experience,
play an
yeah.
international match.
Yeah.
You know, even though it was a friendly.
Yeah, but I'd like to see the women's game here also, the World Cup.
Oh yeah, I
you know?
think we need it.
Yeah, well,
we need
we
it.
deserve it. You know, the women's team has been the best for how long? They've been on top.
Oh yeah. Plus, what the strides that the country itself has taken into it
On the women's side.
on the women's side, not the male
Let's not
side.
talk about the men.
Or even the pro league be a little bigger, a little more exposed. The
We're not
women's
going to
pro league,
discuss
you
the
know.
men's team here on this show
Till
until
they
they
win.
start showing us something.
Yeah,
what
they
do we?
can't.
I mean, I've been going over this for the last 3 years with them. It's the same old stuff.
But it's we definitely need it. I just noticed. I read somewhere they're starting a pro-am women's league.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know where that's going to be or what it's located, but they're starting a pro-am women's league.
Yeah, we need a New York team closer to home instead of this Western New York stuff.
Well,
you know?
there's that, and as much as they're not a New York team, we have the
I know,
NJ Sky Blue,
I
which is
know.
close by in Jersey.
So give us a team. in
But we
Harrison.
need to. What I'd like to see happen more is the men's pro teams take on a women's team. You know, like they have you have Portland Thorns and the Timbers. They're together. You
Yeah.
know, you're getting there. You have some money behind you a little bit.
Okay.
Whereas, the Sky Blue, they're small. They have their owners, but they're small. They don't have the backing behind them. And you want to get that league. You'll have more people going there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, right, it's a great experience. It really is. And there's more, I believe, and I'm sure there's more female soccer players, youth,
Yeah.
than there are boys.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, but that could be, I mean, we can talk about
Yeah,
that.
we can get into that all right, you know what, let's just cover up a couple of stuff going on in Italy, all right, with the national team. Looks like Mr. Mario Balotelli is trying to rise from the ashes again.
He's still around?
Well, he's still around, and, you know, another one of those good talents that is a hothead. We spoke yesterday through text about another player in a different sport.
Right.
But again, he could have had Italy in the palm of his hand, I think, playing with the national team. But Antonio Conte has given him, he said he's got, if he wants to be involved with this team, he's got a lot to prove. But you know what? He's got a chance. So, you know, if Mario's watching here tonight, come on, Mario, get it together. I'm probably your only fan, all right? And we got a Roland. That guy is going to play. It's got nothing to do with Mario, but again, you know, great player. Just got to, you know, get his act together, and he'll be on the national team. All right. Whenever he's ready to play the Roland, I just wanted this Roland.
La promozione in alla guida del Livorno.
There we go. Let's see.
C'è un fallo su Contini.
One of the most recent
Calcio
games
punizione
that they
favore del Bari
played.
con Defendi che prova ad andare su Maniero che riceve palla. Eccolo Maniero, spalla alla porta, cerca spazio indietro per Valiani. Valiani prova la conclusione, formidabile,
But not in this
formidabile il gol di
one. Not in this
Valiani.
one. The body does have a blue
Palla
third
di
jersey.
incrocio dei
Let's
pali,
take another look
Valiani
at
si
the
ripete,
second
aveva già
play.
segnato a Latina un grandissimo destro, ma questa volta si è superato un tiro a giro meraviglioso con la palla che è finita all'incrocio.
All right, Guy, if you could go to the next Roland,
Al 34esimo.
that's where Body's playing in the third.
Again, Boateng.
And this is actually,
Pass for De Luca. Wide for Valiani.
this is the last second win. It's coming up right now.
Maniero, dritto poi Maniero. He's got the goal. Maniero.
This is one of the guys,
This is
if Body
third round in succession.
He's gone.
On the
He's
score
gone.
sheet. But his late
You know,
goal
Juventus,
given us all
Roma,
3
Milan, they're all
points.
going to come knock on his
Great
door,
strength by the striker.
and that's it. I'd like to see
With just a couple of minutes to go,
the
Bari
way it is.
finally have
playing
the
Serie A.
breakthrough.
Let's see how they do. There should be a rule. Guys can't go on.
They've hit the woodwork 3 times. The goal scorer included in the first half.
I don't know.
It's not gonna happen.
This is
never
a
gonna
beauty.
But it's
You know, I mean, the
strength by
goalie
Maniero.
fought. He didn't even
Nothing
move.
he-
Three defenders are rolling. Three
Yeah.
defenders are rolling. Nobody
All
can
right,
read the tackle.
good pickup on that, Neil. Exactly. 3 defenders, and he turns it around.
Good first touch.
That's a classic goal. I mean, they're playing. They lost this past week 2-1, but the big picture, they're playing great. All right, Guy. Thank you for that rolling.
Super Pippo, as he's
And you
known.
might have one more. We'll put that on later on. All right, getting back to the Italian, we got you know, we got Juventus, and I've been watching them closely. They lost the first 3. I'm gonna say maybe the first 4 games. All right. Yeah, because they have 4 losses, and now they're sitting 3 points out of first. All right, they're on a hot streak, and they lost. We know they lost PLO. They lost 2 other players there, 2 of their top forwards. All right, so it can happen. You could lose players and maybe plug other people in. And with the right system, they have the same manager. All right, it can. Juventus is proof that you could still climb the ladder. Okay. We spoke about the European Cup coming up next summer. I don't know where Italy. I'm hoping they finish in the top 2. I don't think they're going to win the group. Most of their players are playing in Italy that are on the national. I think that's almost. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it could be a rule that they set. They want their players playing at home in Italy, so they could keep a close eye on
Is
them.
that the national team?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
But
think that's one of their rules. So
Unless your name's Pirlo?
Pirlo, I don't think he's going to be with the team. Although Conte did say he's welcome anytime.
Of course he's welcome
Yes,
anytime.
Pirlo.
But the guy,
Pirlo.
I think the game is passing him by a little bit. A little. You know, at the international level. Over here, of course not. Over here, he's going to look like a star.
'cause he
I
can
think he
kick- I
didn't
mean,
have a good year in New York.
Well, it was an adjustment.
Well,
Yeah, I think
let's
he didn't
not
have a good
count
year
what he
at
did the
all.
last 15 games that he played here, you know.
Right.
But
You can't, you know.
over here, next season, he's going to look like a star player. And I'm going to sit at the television and say, why are you here playing? But in Italy, it might be a little different story, especially with the national team.
You see, Pirlo game is so simple. You know,
He
it's
makes it
smart.
look-
It's smart.
Yeah,
And-
well,
It's smart. You
and
get free.
The MLS, they don't play that way.
Yeah. Well, you don't have people around him to play that game.
Right. They don't play
Yeah.
the possession style games
No way.
that you see in
don't have the
Serie A,
players.
you see in the Bundesliga,
Yeah.
you see in La Liga.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch those games and then go watch MLS.
Yeah, it's a different level.
It's kick and chase.
it's a
I mean,
joke.
I hate saying it, but it is. It's
It
kick.
is.
Every once in a while, you'll get some nice 1-2s.
Yep.
But for the most
Yep.
part, it's I'm looking up and
Yep.
you know, it's not the same, and that's his game. You know,
Yeah.
and it works a little bit because he's got David Silva, so it's there a little bit,
He's feeding him the ball the whole game. I mean,
and that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, but New York have no defense. Like, no defense.
well, they
That's it.
re-signed the goalie, Saunders.
Oh,
Why?
God.
And I know you're not a big fan.
No, I'm
Why?
not.
I mean, who are they going to get? There's nobody else out there. Who can you know? Maybe you want to pull one of the kids up.
Yeah, I don't know what they have. I just don't like
They don't
him.
have any.
I watch him play. You know, he makes some nice, but I don't like the way
He's
he plays.
50-50 in my mind. He's going to give you a good one or he's going to give you a bad.
And you know it off the bat. You
Right,
can
yeah,
see it.
yeah,
You know what he's going to
And
give
it
you
doesn't
that
help
night.
having that bad defense.
No. It also
Show off
doesn't
your
help.
keeper.
It also doesn't help playing on a small-sided field.
No.
Yeah, you're playing at
Narrow
Yankee
field.
Stadium. Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't help.
But getting back to Italy, I think they could get out of this group in second place at least. But
I'm hoping
Belgium,
for second. I'm hoping for a second. The first game is with Belgium.
Belgium is a
So,
good
I
team.
mean, we could get that out of the way. You look for a draw in that game, I think.
Yeah.
You know, not as a coach. As a coach, you're always going to look. You always want to win. But as a
I
spectator,
think you guys win that group.
as a spectator, I'm looking for a point. Okay, out of that first game, and then you got to win. You got to win the next two. They have to, just because of who they are, who the name is.
Yeah.
You know, you're going on with the Italian shirt. You got to beat. I think it's. Is it Switzerland?
Is it Switzerland or Sweden? No,
Why?
it's not Sweden.
The
Switzerland.
Euro Cup?
Switzerland.
Whoever the other two teams are,
Oh,
and
as,
again, I couldn't pull up the standings today. But,
Yeah,
but again, they have to come out with the points, okay, with the 3 points in both of those games.
It's
you know.
Sweden and Ireland.
It's
Ireland.
Sweden and
No,
Ireland.
again, no disrespect to
Ibrahimovic.
these countries.
Well, yeah, Sweden's going to be, I mean, outside of Ibrahimovic, but
Yeah, that's all they have. And he'd love to,
Yeah.
to stick it to Italy.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd love to do
But
that.
every tournament, we always hear Italy. I don't think Italy have a chance, and every year they're in
they're
it.
right there.
They're right there.
They, you know what? They start off slow, so they might
right
not
there.
do anything the first game. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how that
No,
goes.
it'd be interesting. It'd be a lot of soccer over the summer, so that's nice.
Yeah, so we got, you know, as far as the Italian league goes, Inter sitting in first place. You know what, Inter, enjoy it now. Not that I'm a Juventus fan. I just like the players that are on there. I'm not a big-time supporter of Juventus. But Inter, enjoy first place while you're there because, look out, Juventus is coming.
So, being an Italian fan, who you gonna put in the post? You gonna put the youngster, or you gonna put Buffon?
Oh, I got to tell you, I'm
I go with
you
my
got
man.
it. You got to stick with Gigi.
Experience,
You got to
yeah.
stick with Gigi only because if he's healthy and he's fit, you got to go with him.
I love Gigi. He's
I mean,
unbelievable.
he's the
Yeah.
ageist wonder. I mean, he's like wine. You know, he gets better with age, and he's
Until
still
he shows you he can anymore.
exactly,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that goes for any player on that team. Pirlo's probably the other one that's still around, and he gave him the okay anytime. So if he's still playing well, why not? You know, I know it's a young man's game, but Buffon is still he's not going to give it up easy anyway.
No.
And don't forget, and it doesn't hurt having the head coach of the national team, one of your best friends. That doesn't
He's
hurt
been
you.
around long enough.
Right. He coached him with Juventus.
They got a good team still, though.
Yeah, they do.
So
They got a
we'll
good
see what
midfield. at
they
least.
need to win a European Cup. It's been since probably 34, I think.
Wow, that
30
long.
Yeah, they haven't won it. All right. The last time they came close, I think it was was it '98 against France? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the semifinals they were in. So, but yeah, they need to
I
win.
know that was the final of the World Cup one time, France and Italy.
And the European, excuse me, I think they also played. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, we beat them in that penalty kick debacle with the headbutt and all that stuff, you know. So, all right. We got about 20 minutes to go. With no phone call yet from Vincenzo, so we'll just continue here.
I was hoping he called. I wanted to talk to him about coming and playing indoor in
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, well, let's, you know what, maybe, you know what, if the fans don't call us, maybe we could call him. Well, let's see, maybe he's just, Guy, how are the phone lines? Looks like they're good.
Maybe he's sleeping. Who knows?
You got some Champions League coming up.
Well,
Yeah,
They're round
Yep,
of 16.
Let's,
That's
there,
right.
let's, yeah, let's see, you got,
You have him there.
Yeah, we got some
okay. We just
got-
got the signal from Guy.
Paris Saint-Germain versus Chelsea, and next one last year and the year before. But you guys see who I'm supporting. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, all right.
But
Who comes out of that game?
Well, the first game I think they play in Paris.
Okay.
With everything that's going on with Chelsea, and Paris is a good team, a
And
hard-working
we're going,
team.
and this is home and home now, right?
Yeah, home and home.
Okay,
Yeah,
right,
home and home. I think Paris get the win and they move on.
All right, you know what? I think we might be having Vincenzo call my cell phone instead of the studio line. All right, let's, yes, Vincenzo. Yes, sir.
That number, nobody's picking up.
Nobody's picking up. All right, you know what? Give it one more try, because the guy's there now, and if not, you could call me back. We'll have you on the cell phone, okay?
Okay, John.
Thank you. Okay, Guy, he's trying to call you. Just see if it rings. If not, we'll do a cell phone call. Okay, sorry, Neil.
Yeah, so I say Paris. Paris comes out of that one.
Right.
Then we got Gent and Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg is a team that knocked out my team, Man United. So
Okay.
okay.
I'm not really supporting them, but I think they come out against Gent too. But Gent is the Belgium team, and they're way ahead on the Belgian
Okay.
table. So
And
then we got
that's why the national team is playing well.
yeah, well, they got good players.
That's where the players
They
come
got a
from.
lot of
Yeah.
players
Right.
playing in England,
Yeah.
in the Premier League.
I have no problem with these new teams coming up. It's a good thing for the game.
Yeah,
Belgium.
It is.
definitely.
You know?
My pick in the round of 16 is Arsenal Barcelona. That's one you can't miss that game.
Okay.
Oh, you can't miss that game.
All right. You know what? I think we finally got Vincenzo on the studio line. Vincenzo, you on the Staten Island Soccer Report? Maybe, maybe not. All right, we'll continue. Go ahead, Neil.
That's the game to
Yeah,
watch.
Arsenal Barcelona.
That's the game.
But Barcelona is the favorite to win the whole competition. But I think Arsenal have a chance. You can't say they don't have a chance after they play today.
No.
Today they played good against
Yeah.
Man
But-
City.
But you watch that team and
Barca,
Barcelona, and
Yeah.
and when they're all those three up front.
Yeah, they're unbelievable. They
Hello.
won the club
Yes,
World Cup.
Vincenzo, go ahead. Sorry, guys, we got Vincenzo here. Let's give him his monthly spot. Unless we're having problems with that phone line. All right, you know what? Vincenzo, if you could hear me, call my cell phone and we'll go from there. All right, Guy, while he's doing that, you could play that last roll-in, all right? Maybe just keep the volume down and we'll go through some scores here or some matchups. Let's got one more rolling that, okay, yeah. Just keep the volume at reasonable, all right. Yeah, this was a Christmas party that they held recently, and they wanted
Is
me.
that all the fans?
Yeah, this is the fans had. They wanted me to air it on the show tonight, and Guy, if you could just raise it up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, this shows the passion for the game in a small city.
Oh yeah.
All right, and this is what we do with scarves in Europe.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
I mean, you designed the scarf for Silver Lake, and which was a great thing. And this is what we do with them.
And we did make. I didn't reach my goal of getting everyone to purchase one, but I made sure for the most part I got one with every team.
Good.
That was my purpose. I didn't have much help, from certain people, but I got some help from parents of teams to help me sell it around. But I got out there. I got you spread it out and you get it. Now everybody has scarves. People are walking up.
Yeah, that's good.
Miller Field, and somebody said. Told me a story that somebody they didn't even know said, "Oh, what team does your team you support?" Because they saw the scarf.
If somebody right now is listening and watching the show and they want a scarf from Silver Lake, how do they go about it? Is there any way?
Unfortunately, I have none extra laying around, and
If they wanted to order in bulk,
order them. But if they wanted to order in bulk, I'd have to have.
Facebook, right?
Well, yeah, they'd have to go through. You could even touch through Soccer Report.
On the Staten Island Soccer Report on Facebook, they'll email us and then,
And
okay.
you need a minimum number to order through the
All right.
company, but
Well, I could tell you this, if you were in body now,
I'd sell a ton of
you
them.
know what? Just throw it on the page, okay? And they'll see it. And you can make a body scarf.
Yeah.
How's that?
Know what we'll do? We'll let them know that they're supporting Gabriella.
All right, I think
That's
we
what
got.
we'll do.
There you go. We got Vincenzo back. You could
going
you
to
could
now.
kill the
We're
rolling.
back.
You could take the rolling out. Thank you, Guy, for that. Okay, Vincenzo, we got
How are you, Johnny?
very good. How are you?
We had some technical difficulties.
Yes, but you're all cleared up now.
Thank
Thank you to Kenny and Guy behind the glass.
Good job.
Vincenzo, we have Neil. Okay, you spoke with Neil, I believe, a month ago, and we also have Brian back here today.
Hey, Brian is back. How are you,
What's
Brian?
going on, Vincenzo? Yeah, they let me back into the country.
I'm telling you, we give you a small contract and you run away.
That's what happens when you give they make the big money. See?
Yeah.
All right, Vincenzo, what's going on?
Anyway, Johnny, congratulations on the Staten Island U10 soccer team. 2 weeks ago, they came down to Brooklyn, and really
U9
big
Tigers.
followers by the parents, grandparents, uncle, aunts, everybody from Staten Island came to Brooklyn.
Yeah, Vincenzo, speaking about the U9 Tigers from Silver Lake, they were,
The score was 5-5, John.
right,
But
they
it was
went-
one of the
they went
best games
down-
in years.
right, they went down to Vincenzo, went down to the Fiao in Brooklyn, they had an exhibition game, and from what Vincenzo was telling me, they brought down everybody.
Oh, that team, let me tell you, Vincenzo, that team travels.
Yeah, that's
They're
good.
not just a team, they are truly a family. They got
Right.
everybody.
That's great. So, Vincenzo, give us an update. The game was 5-5.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there was you had standing room only,
Nice.
and also you had people standing on the borderlines. That's you had at least over 500 people there that
Oh,
night.
wow.
Beautiful.
So it was great games. Remember, indoor soccer and outdoor soccer, it's different games because indoor it's a faster game.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, we are strictly indoor soccer, the Federation of Brooklyn.
Right.
We do play outside for a month or two, but only in the summer, like springtime, late spring, and early fall. But otherwise, we are strictly indoor soccer. So maybe, but I know that team was a great team. Everybody, great exhibition game. Everybody's a winner. When they play at that level, everybody learning something, and everybody's a winner. So no losers and no winners. But I mean winners because you're learning a lesson from not only playing but also other kids. They
Yeah,
were
no,
watching the game intensively, very,
Right.
very close watching the game.
So you had other teams also watching.
Yeah, you're talking about we had our people, they had their people.
Right.
That's why it was standing room only.
That's great. I like to hear that.
And that's good. I like that, Johnny.
I want to
Win-win.
come visit. I want to bring my U9 girls.
Listen, we do have girls team, but we have the age between 9 and 11.
It's all right. I'll bring my U9 girls. I won't bring anybody older.
Okay, so we could do maybe we're going back on the January 9th, the week after. Which
All right,
will
I'll
be-
do something.
Will be the 16th.
Okay, I'll talk with the other coach.
Yeah.
We'll schedule it up because we have some indoor games. We're doing it as tournaments where we'll take the kids to a place in Jersey and they'll play on turf and everything. But we'll set something up. John and I spoke about it. Definitely want to bring the girls in and play some teams.
Yeah,
Play.
check your schedule. Let me know what's a good date. Then, let Johnny or yourself call me, and then we could do it. I'll let you know exactly what time is good for you. If it's 8:30, good game, or you want to play the other game will be like for about 6:40, maybe 6:30 or something.
Well, we'll work it out.
Vincenzo, I just wanna make this clear, and I know because Salmon wasn't, there was some kind of confusion with the time. Now, the games that you can only have are like 30-minute games, correct?
Yeah, it's on the most.
The
we
most
can
would be
squeeze in.
30 minutes. Just so
Okay.
we wouldn't want any more surprises because Salmon wasn't aware of that. He thought he was, was too short. So, whatever the case is, I
again,
knew that. I probably didn't, it was my fault for not
I think
communicating
I have
that.
to blame you, Johnny.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, I'm used to it, so bring it on. But yeah, all right. So just so we know, it's a 30-minute. You have fun. The kids are gonna love it. They're still gonna love it. I've done it plenty of times with my teams down there. So
That's a lot.
Yeah,
a lot
I
of.
mean, indoor soccer.
Right.
Indoor soccer.
Right.
The game itself. If you're going to
Fast.
participate in any tournament, the game is 20 minutes.
Yeah, we play 20. Where we go, we play some 28-minute games.
It's a faster game.
It's a faster game, 28 minutes. Substitute on the fly.
And the only reason for that, guys, is because they have a bunch of other age groups
That they have to let
right,
play.
They got to keep it rolling.
Right.
That's the only reason.
No, I mean we could do if they want to make it longer. But we have to work in advance. Maybe we can schedule some teams early time, and then from 8:30 we have to get out of the gym around 9:30 or so. Maybe 8:45 to 9:30. We can squeeze in an extra 15 minutes.
Right.
Depending on what time is good for you guys in Staten Island. If it's early game, if it's later, we could remove the nets. Everybody chip in. We could squeeze an extra 10
everybody
minutes.
clean up at the end.
Right.
Hey, Vincenzo, it didn't work out as planned the last time, but I still want to bring my U9s to play out in Brooklyn.
Yeah, like I said, we do have from
give me a
5
date.
years old until 14.
Yeah, my U5s I want to bring out. My
Yeah,
U5.
he has. All right, so Neil has a U5
Yeah, I want to bring
team
my U5 out.
that he's
Remember,
interested.
we were supposed to play December 5th.
Yeah, it
Nothing
didn't work
happened.
out because the parents had stuff to do and stuff. But I want to try it again after the holidays.
Yeah, we could. We can only schedule one game at a time, right? Otherwise, when we're coming back the 9th, and then the 9th we'll do nothing because we come back from 2 weeks
Yeah.
recess.
Yeah, we'll figure
Yeah.
it out.
Then the 16th and the 26th, whatever.
All right, Vincenzo, we'll talk about that off the air. Right
Okay.
now, more importantly, what's going on in Italy?
Well, remember, Italy, Johnny, Juventus is making a great comeback.
Oh,
They
yeah.
won over 6 games. I believe might be the 7th game.
Yes.
Because they won the last Sunday 3-2 away game, and now they are not the top, but they are
3 points.
breathing on Inter's neck.
3 points, and I just told Inter, we just gave them a little warning here. Enjoy first place while you're there because Juventus is coming.
Yeah, Juventus, you got Napoli, you got Fiorentina,
And Juventus beat both Napoli and Fiorentina already.
and Rome. It's got 5 teams that can touch each other. If you lose, you go down. If you win, you're on top. So
Well, this is the great thing about it. I mean, you have 5-6 teams
Yeah.
that within 3-6 points of each other.
But my best game that I liked, John, was Sassuolo against Empoli.
Okay.
You had 19 Italian players and 3 foreign players.
Nice.
Napoli, Roma,
he's a little
19
biased there.
foreign players and 3 Italian players.
Yeah. Okay, how'd that happen, Vincenzo?
Well, money talks,
When he
and
talks.
the other stuff works.
So everything going well in Serie A? Everything okay in Italy?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Italy right now, all the games, especially this the past weekend,
Right.
every game was a great game.
Okay, good. That's
So
good.
now
That's good.
they're taking vacation break. Like they're like
Yes.
teachers. When it comes to Christmas, everybody's on vacation.
Yeah, well, they get paid the big bucks.
Yeah.
Well, Serie B, let's go to Serie B. We have a few minutes left in the show.
Okay,
Body,
good.
let's go. Of course, we'll start off with Body. What's going on with
Well,
them?
remember, Bari play against Cagliari. Cagliari is number 2 in Serie B. Crotone,
Yes.
which is a small town in Calabria. Nobody heard of Crotone.
Nope.
The Crotone, if you know the soccer player from Roma, Florenzi, he played with Crotone 2 years ago.
Okay.
So Crotone is producing, even the guy Bernardeschi, who plays with Fiorentina, he came out of Crotone soccer team. So Crotone is producing young Italian players.
So that's good. You're
Crotone.
gonna be
And right
losing a
now
couple
they're
of your
first
players.
place.
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah. And that's the unfortunate part. When we go, if Body goes to Serie A, we're going to lose a couple of players as usual. Right?
Well, I remember Bari is a big city, John. It's over 500,000 people.
Wow.
So Bari could
not that
afford to have a Serie A soccer team.
Well, they haven't been in Serie A for how long?
Uh,
It's not
because,
that easy.
You know, inside something happens with the with managers, sports directors. You know, they are selling their players instead of reinvesting in the team. They're doing other stuff.
Back what we were talking about.
Yep. And we spoke about that earlier in the show, Vincenzo, about selling players. My idea would be if anybody moves up from B to A, the team has to stay the same for one season.
Just like I said, money dictates.
Of course.
John's going to run for, he's going to be the commissioner of Serie A.
Yeah.
Well,
I would change a few things, that's for sure. I would leave Serie A B teams alone. Okay, you cannot sell. In other words, Juventus, Milan, all these teams can't come saying, "Hey, give me this guy, give me that guy." You know, I don't want them buying players right away.
well, Johnny, what's happening in Serie A right now? You have before, like the coaches became like the players were dictating rules and regulations within the team.
Yep.
This year, more than ever, you have some outstanding Italian coaches, starting from Napoli,
Right.
Gianpaolo, Di Francesco. Oh, guys, they are teachers.
Okay.
If you take Mancini, Mihalovic, all these guys, they the president, they give you a superstar. You know, where the other coaches, they teachers, the young kid, even like Sarri from Napoli, he find a position for Hamsik, Insigne. Last year, they didn't know which way they were kicking the ball. With a good coach, a teacher coach. Right?
Okay, Vincenzo, I'm sorry. We got about 2 minutes here.
Anyway, John,
Yeah.
with that, let me give you a Christmas.
Yes, Bon
quick
Natale.
joke.
All right, Vincenzo, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Okay. So anyway, Johnny, quick for this quick joke for Christmas. This daddy brings the daughter, 5 years old, to the shopping mall to sit on Santa Claus' lap. So they get to the mall. She's sitting on Santa Claus' lap. Santa Claus says, "Okay, little girl, what do you want for Christmas?" The girl says, "What? What kind of Santa Claus you? I sent you an email. Did you get my email yet?"
All right, Vincenzo.
With that, arrivederci. Ciao,
Ciao, Vincenzo. We'll talk to you
Christmas,
soon.
Vincenzo.
Okay, thank you guys. Good luck to you guys.
And that's Vincenzo, as usual, with the joke at the end. All right, guys. I mean, the song's been playing. The hour's gone.
It's amazing.
We're not going to be back in the third Monday of January because of the holiday. But we'll be, whenever the studio gives me a date, we'll be back on the air. So just look for us, I guess, on the Facebook page. Guys, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you guys soon. And this is what we do. Stop, right?
Quanti viaggi con gli amici, tanti posti sconosciuti, tutti uniti e innamorati di un sogno. Canto sempre con orgoglio, anche quando sono stanco, mai nessuno può distruggere il mio sogno.